Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today with a really interesting external storage solution, this from S3 Plus, and this is a external storage targeted at the new generation consoles like the Xbox S, Xbox X and PlayStation 5. But if you are wondering, can I use it on Windows, Mac or Linux, then the answer is yes. 3 years warranty. In terms of speeds, I'll show you on screen, but we are talking about on this sample, which is the 256 gigs, we will get a maximum speed of 430 megabytes per second on reads and on writes, but expect to get on the 1 terabyte version speeds of 520 megabytes per second on reads and on writes. We are talking about a connection of USB Type-C to USB Type-A, cable included, generation 3.2, so it will be able to play any game or to be used as a unit to transfer big files from one side to another. In terms of size, it reminds me a ink cartridges from my printer. As you can see, really small, so really cool, really light as well, a nice plastic, and it looks like a small PS5 or a small Xbox, at least the style it looks, so it's really targeted at the gaming experience. Now, for those of you that already have an Xbox S, X or a PS5, you already know how it works and how we are dealing with the big size of the games and the small size of the internal storage, so you are aware. But for those of you that aren't, I will explain a little bit how it works so that you can understand a little bit better why brands are coming out with these solutions. Now, the Xbox S that I've got right over here, for example, has 512 gigs of internal storage, and the games from the new generation usually have between 50 to 100 gigabytes. Some of them have 20 something, 30, 40s, but roughly above 50, and that means that 512 gigs will only allow us to have a few games of the newest generation. Now, for the older generation of games, we can use external hard drives such as this one, or we can use external mechanical hard drives. Although it's a bit slower, it will work just fine. But there is a catch. If we have an external mechanical hard drive, what it means is that the speed transfer is slower. And one of the solutions that we have at this moment to play the latest generation games is that when we reach the maximum capacity right over here, which is really quickly, we will need to offload those games to some. We can just delete the game, and once we want to play, download it again, which can take a long time, or we can transfer to a external SSD, and the faster the SSD, the faster we will be able to play the game. So at this moment, what we are doing is we are offloading the games to an external SSD, and then once we want to play a certain game, then we will transfer back from the external to the internal SSD, and if it's fast, the transfer will be fast. If it's slow, the transfer will be slow. I'm sure that I'm showing you an example right over there that I can transfer a game of 40 gigabytes more or less in roughly 2 minutes and something with this external storage. So as you can see, you will have to wait 2 minutes, and 2 minutes is acceptable. But if you have to wait 30 minutes or something like that, then it will be a not so good experience, and this is the reason that S3 Plus designed this product right over here, so that we can play as fast as we can and that we don't need to spend a lot of money on the external official storage for the Xbox, which is a proprietary connection. The PS5 has a different scenario. They allow us to expand the internal storage with the NVMe SSD generation 4, but even though it will not be as cheap as getting an external storage that we can just offload and then when we want, put it back. And guys, basically this is it. Hopefully the video was helpful in some way to know the new generation of external storage from S3 Plus, and also for those of you that didn't know, to get a little better of an idea how the new generation consoles work in terms of games and the ways that we have at this moment to deal with that. That being said, hope that the video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.